Welcome everyone to Ringside here on Heritage Wrestling Alliance Spectrum. Carl Jackson with you, bringing you the action, and Mantis is on his way to the ring. Mantis, who debuted in the fall of 2011 in independent main event wrestling, now making his home in the Heritage Wrestling Alliance. He's going to be facing a man who debuted in 1990 under the WFO, the Wrestling Federation organ. Now, folks, WFO was a great company, but think of the name, Wrestling Federation Organization. Okay, were you a federation or were you an organization? Let's work on the name a little bit when we come up with these wrestling companies. Thunderstorm Mark Rice, the man who had the 1992 Match of the Year with Viper Powell Bradley. It set the independent circuit on fire. And he has been an unbelievable force ever since. Former WFO Intercontinental Champion twice over. Former APW World Champion. Two-time champion, world champion rather, in WFW. And now looking to make his mark here in the Heritage Wrestling Alliance. 6'9", 319 pounds, Thunderstorm Mark Rice has stood the test of time. He is a traditionalist, pure and through, and that's what makes him so great, is he does not forget where he came from. And he doesn't forget about the people who helped him get there. A standing ovation for Mark Rice, who has been talking to Angel Wilkins as possibly being his manager again. He's had lots of managers over the years. Jimmy Dawson, Brittany Daniels, Casey Jones, Angel Wilkins. Oh, Snapmare. Looking at the calendar, ladies and gentlemen, and today as we shoot this broadcast for Spectrum, the 23-year anniversary that the WWF produced, or rather puked out, Wrestlemania 8 from the Hoosier Dome in Indianapolis, Indiana. The first Wrestlemania that did not have an advertised match show up, the British Bulldog against the Berserker. The first Wrestlemania that did not sell out. The Hoosier Dome at the time, it's been torn down since then, held 74,000 people. 62,000 people showed up that day. Why? Because Vince McMahon, who is rumored to not have even been in Indianapolis that day, was too concerned with the sexual harassment and distributing anabolic steroid lawsuits that were plaguing him at the time. The first WrestleMania also, where the main event was changed. Ringside for that event, $128. Seats, middle section, $48. Cheap seats, $18. They were giving tickets away because Coca-Cola was the official sponsor of WrestleMania 8. And what's funny, folks, is so many people won tickets because here were the questions. Who is the official sponsor of WrestleMania 8? When did Hulk Hogan, what year did he win his first world title? The questions were so... Why didn't you just go ahead and say, hey, folks, give us your address and we'll mail the tickets to you? Save the printouts for the ridiculous questions. By the way, folks, the main event was changed. A lot of people do not know this. It was supposed to be Ric Flair against the immoral hoaxer. But Hogan, who could not pass a steroid test, and they were really giving steroid tests or drug tests at the time. He couldn't pass it if his life depended on it. Vince McMahon had pulled him out a month and a half before, or about a month and a half to 2 months before the match, and said, hey, Hulk, I really don't want to fire you, so why don't you go ahead and take on Sid Justice, lay low for a year. It's too bad that Sid Justice, the Ultimate Warrior, and the British Bulldog didn't get that same courtesy. So Hogan laid off for a year, did a movie, came back, went from 303 pounds to 275. And what happens when he comes back? The first screw job. Bret Hart, who worked his tail off as world champion, loses it to Yokozuna, and Hogan gets to take the title. Well, Flopomania continues to be the hypocrisy of the wrestling supercard, and it really came to its fruition in 1992 as the wrestling fans in Indianapolis got hosed on that one. Thunderstorm going for a kick. Manus taking him down. Armbar. Going for maybe a back suplex here. Oh, puts him up on his shoulders and takes him down. Manus looking for a huge victory here, and it would be a huge victory if he was to put Thunderstorm's shoulders to the mat. Thunderstorm Mark Rice. Just a 2 count. He's been part of so many super cards. And when I say super cards, I mean super wrestling cards. Not your regular 1 month, bleed the fans out of money as much as you can pay-per-views. There's a difference between pay-per-views and super cards. And Thunderstorm with a victory over Mantis. Thunderstorm Mark Rice continuing his winning ways in professional wrestling, and his first match and his first win here in the Heritage Wrestling Alliance. Right now, ladies and gentlemen, let's go to my main man, Murray Hudson, and the Event Center. The Event Center.